Oh hello, I'm here today in Line Designs in Loughton to show you the lovely venting Neff hob that they have here. It's a new hob to Neff and it's got the ventilating system in the centre of the induction hob. It's also got two flexi areas to the left and to the right, so you've got a really good surface area now. Instead of the larger one prior to this model, it was a larger venting area. They've actually increased it, so you've got 30% more cooking area on the induction. So the good thing about a double induction is that you can have independent heating zones, 4 different heating zones, or you can link them together, which I'm going to show you using the griddle pan. So the temperature can be joined together, so you can use a griddle pan, or you can use a teppanyaki pan, or a large stock pot, or 2 or 3 little milk pans across the whole flexi area. So it's really a flexible way of cooking. You can of course have them individually as well, so you can run them at different temperatures, 4 different temperatures throughout the heating zones. The good thing about the venting system on this induction hob is the fact that when you're cooking you can have it on automatic, so you don't have to worry about turning the ventilation on to extract the smells and the steam yourself. It does it all automatically. So if you can't have extraction above you, or if you're in a high ceiling or a low ceiling, or haven't got the space, then this is a perfect hob to choose. You can also have a drawer underneath. There's a little bit of space where you can still have a drawer underneath your venting hob. This particular hob has lots of different functions on it. We've got an excellent power move function, we've got a really good frying sensor which I want to show you, and I want to show you linking the flexi side to actually cook some food on this lovely griddle, cast iron griddle pan as well. So first of all I'm going to do the power move and show you what that is. Now for example, if I'm cooking something with onions and I want a really hot heat first of all, my power move allows you to move the pan up the flexi area at different temperatures without having to do it yourself. So you can change your temperatures automatically just by moving your pan. So the little function for it is the arrow either side. So if I press that on either of my flexi zones, that activates my power mode. So it starts at 9, so I'm frying my onions, and that's the highest temperature that I need for my power move. So I'm frying an onion off on a very high temperature, and then I've cooked my onion and I want to add my tomatoes and all my other ingredients if I was doing a tomato sauce, and I then want to simmer it on number 5. So I move it to the middle of the hob, and automatically you'll see number 5 it's moved to. I then want to leave it on there and simmer for maybe 20 minutes. I then need to decrease the cooking time because it's actually cooked and I just want to keep it warm. So I then move the pan to the back of the flexi area, and then automatically will turn to an L, which is a low power, to keep whatever I've cooked warm, and that's lower than 1. So it's an automatic move on different temperatures without you having to do anything. So that's what power move is really good for. I also now want to show you the frying sensor. Now the frying sensor, if I turn that one off there, the power move, the frying sensor allows you to cook food to the correct temperature, the optimum temperature, and not overcook food. So in your instruction booklet you have a table and it tells you numbers 1 to 9 for different types of food that you're cooking. Number 2 is an omelette or frying an egg. Number 9, for example, is frying, deep fat frying. So if I was doing an egg, which I'm going to show you, that's my number 2. So I need to select my heating zone to number 2 and then press my frying sensor. Now the frying sensor is a little frying pan which flashes at me to tell me that I've actually set that. So I'm just going to press that, number 2, and the frying sensor is now flashing in that direction. And that then allows me to heat up my pan to the correct temperature to fry my egg. And I will know that it's at the right temperature to put my oil and my egg in when it bleeps at me. So you just have to listen for the little signal before I put my egg in. Now, good thing about a frying sensor is the fact that you do not overcook food. So with an egg, you get a perfect cooked egg all the way around the outside. You don't get that browning fluffiness and the crispiness of the egg. It cooks it to a perfect temperature. And the other safety aspect with the frying centre is the fact that you can actually walk away in the kitchen and go and do something else, because you know that that won't overcook and it won't splash the oil and the grease everywhere all over your hob, because it keeps it at a really perfect temperature, which I'm going to show. So we're just going to wait for the little signal. While that's waiting and that's flashing at me, we must remember to hear that, I'm just going to go across to my flexi area here. Now I've got a cast iron flexi griddle pan which is just warming up nicely. Because it's cast iron, it maintains the heat. So I've given it a really nice high temperature there. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit because I want to show you how easy it is to griddle food. It's like using it as an indoor barbecue. So in the winter, when you miss your barbecue food, your kebabs, your steaks, your halloumi, your vegetables, you can get that lovely char-grilled lines on all of your food, just like you would on a barbecue.